Okay, so today we're going to talk about slope. And with slope, I like to think of ski slopes, going up and down the ski slopes and seeing how you climb up or go down. And as you climb up, you're going up, 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 kind of like a mountain climber. This type of slope is going up like this, and that's known as a positive slope. And as the climber gets up, 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 as they come back down, coming down that way is known as a negative slope. So as we come up, it's going up, 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 that's positive, and coming back down the mountain is negative. Now there's two other special types of cases. One is straight up and down like this, and as we know, it's not really possible to climb that way, right? We can't climb up, 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 straight up and down. So this kind of vertical line it has an undefined slope or no slope. Now the other type of special case is one where we are not moving straight up and down, but just going straight across and are on flat ground. Or have a horizontal line. Unlike our vertical line, we have a horizontal line. And this horizontal line has a slope of 0. So our horizontal line has a slope of 0. Our vertical line has an undefined slope. Our line going from right to left going up is a positive slope. And from left to right going down is a negative slope. Now these 4 types of slopes can be put into in a formula. And in our formula, we say m, which represents our slope, is the difference of the y's over the difference of the x's. And that little triangle is known as change in y over change in x, or difference in y over difference in x. So whenever we're given 2 points, say of x1, y1 and x2, y2, we can write our formula as the difference in y's. So I'm going to say m equals y2 minus y1, that's my difference in y's, over or divided by my difference in the x's. Now because I started with this y2 on the bottom, I have to start with the same thing. I can't start with x1 in this one. I have to go the same way. So since I start with y2 in this one, I got to start with x2 on the bottom. So on the bottom, I'm going to say x2 minus x1. So this is our formula for slope. So whenever we're given 2 points, we can use this formula to find slope. On the graph, we can also find it as well. If we have on our graph, if we have a little graph like this to find the slope between 2 points, say I have a point at 3, 1 and a point at -1, -3, how I'm going to find the slope between those 2 points is I can just even count, or I can use that formula that I just used. Here I have a point at 3, 1 and -1, -3. So how I can do this is I can start at -1, -3 and count up and over to find my slope. To 3, 1 I can say 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going up, and then I gotta go 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right. So my slope is 4 over 4, which is the same thing as a 1. And the way I can do this, I can say this is my line is a positive line, right? Because from left to right I'm going up, so it's a positive line. I can also find the slope using my formula as well. I can say I'm going to make my y2 1 and my y1 a -3, so I'm going to say 1 minus a -3 over 3 minus a negative 1. And when I do that, 2 negatives is a positive, so 1 minus a negative 3 is the same thing as 1 plus 3, which is 4. And a 3 minus a negative 1 is the same thing as 3 plus 1, which is a 4. And again, that's the same thing I just got with accounting. 4 over 4 equals 1. So in both cases, my slope equals 1. I can just find it using the formula that we have here, counting from this point up to that point, or taking those 2 points and plugging those into my formula. So that is the basics of slope and the slope formula.